Hey guys, it's Bryn, and it feels like forever since I've seen you. So the last couple of videos I did, I actually filmed quite a while ago because I was starting school and I didn't want to be overwhelmed with like filming videos while I was, getting back into the school thing. But I'm back and I'm filming and I'm so excited. I missed you so much. Okay, now I'm talking to you like I talk to my cat. So yeah, over the summer I got to go to quite a bit of concerts, which was actually kind of unusual for me. I typically don't get the opportunity to go to so many shows and to see so many people that I love, but this summer was different and I actually got to go to quite a few different shows. And the weird thing was that I actually went to a couple of shows by myself. I know that's kind of weird, and I know a lot of times people don't really think about going to concerts by themselves. It is a really strange experience, and it's not something that I really did necessarily willingly, but I did it and I thought, I don't know, I guess I'll share it with you in case you're thinking of going to a concert alone, or you maybe thought you never could. I think you can, and it's not near as bad as you think it's gonna be. Situations come up, where people can't go with you, or you don't have anyone that wants to go with you, or maybe you're just, having a difficult friend situation, and it happens, so that shouldn't mean that you don't get to go and do fun things that you want to do. So like, why can't you just go by yourself? I don't know. So I think you can. I just wanted to make this video to like give you a few different ways to maybe make you feel better about going to concerts alone. It doesn't necessarily have to apply to just concerts, but I just wanted to kind of keep it at concerts because I think that's kind of the height of like weird things to go to by yourself. Some people feel uncomfortable about going to the movies by themselves or going to eat somewhere by themselves, but I think those are more common than like concerts. A lot of times people feel like they just can't go to a concert alone, like it's just a situation that would be weird to go to by yourself. But it's possible. I did it twice. So yeah, I hope you like the tips and thoughts that I'm gonna give you in this video. And yeah, I hope it makes you feel maybe a little bit better about going to a concert by yourself. First things first, if you're still debating whether or not you want to actually go to a concert alone, here's your sign: buy the ticket, just do it. Just do it now, because I think you'll regret it more if you don't go than if you go by yourself, even if you don't have the best time or you're uncomfortable the whole time. I think you will regret it more if you end up sitting at home. Going to anything by yourself, especially concerts, is embarrassing and awkward and intimidating, but I don't think that should stop you from going. At the end of the day, if you want to go, you should go. And just because there are people who don't want to go with you, or you don't have anyone to go with you, it shouldn't stop you from doing something that you really want to do. And like personally, I think it is so much more fun to go by yourself than to go with people who don't actually want to be there. Like especially if it's a concert for like a band or an artist that you absolutely love, but maybe you don't have friends that like them near as much as you do. Like you'll have so much more fun by yourself, like in a room full of people that love this band as much as you do, than to be sitting there surrounded by your friends who just don't really want to be there at all and are kind of just standing there like, okay, let's leave early, we don't really like it here. Like that's not fun at all. And I mean, even if it is awkward to go by yourself, I think it's more fun to be there by yourself and to be uninhibited in your excitement and to have just fun without people there who are like dampening your spirit. So like just do it, just bite the bullet, buy the ticket and go, because you'll regret it if you don't. So now if you have bought the ticket or you've decided, okay, you're gonna go, here are just some tips to help you get through it and make it a little bit less awkward and intimidating, and just to make you like a little more comfortable with going by yourself. The first thing to remember is you don't have to get there right when the doors open. I know it's kind of like a thing now for people to get there super early and like spend time there, but I don't really do that, especially if you're going by yourself. Like you don't want to be sitting in your seat for like 3 hours. So my recommendation is, if you don't really care about the opening act, skip it. Find out when the actual band goes on and show up like 30 minutes beforehand and just like waste some time walking around, trying to find your seat, just chilling out. If you're there by yourself, the event is seeing the concert. You don't need to be a part of the whole early experience whatever, I don't even know. I always just show up about a half an hour beforehand, so I don't have to spend a ton of time there, and I'm just there to like see the show and not to like waste a bunch of time sitting by myself on my phone beforehand. Another thing I always do is once I get there, the first thing I do is go and get a water or like a drink of some sort. I know that sounds kind of weird, but not only does it waste time, and I always get really like dehydrated at concerts, so I like to have like a drink with me the whole time. Having a water or like a drink with me is kind of like a crutch for me. Like, it sounds really weird, but if you're in like an awkward situation, or you think people are whispering about you like, oh my gosh, she's here by herself, or there's just like people everywhere, you can just be here like, oh no, I'm totally calm and collected. I'm not uncomfortable at all. I'm just sitting here drinking my water. Totally cool. Another thing I do is like come up with a reason as to why you're going, other than that you just want to go and you don't have anyone to go with, so you're gonna be there by yourself. Like One Direction was in Buffalo a couple of weeks ago, and I really wanted to go, but I had no one to go with. So I was debating whether or not I should really go, and I didn't know, and I knew I would regret it if I didn't. So in my head, I just told myself, I'm gonna go so that I can make a video to put on YouTube about going to concerts alone. And that kind of validated why I was going by myself, even though it didn't change what anyone else thought of me when I was there. Like, they had no idea. I'm sure either way they thought I was just a loser for being there by myself, but it kind of just helped me rationalize it in my head, like, I'm here to make a video. Even though, yeah, I'm really here to see this band and I'm really excited and I'm gonna dance and I'm gonna have a good time, in my head it's like, oh, I have another reason why I'm going that isn't as pathetic, I guess. Not that it's pathetic, but it was just another reason in my head as to why I was going that, you know, served a bigger purpose than me just going by myself. So it kind of helps just to ease your mind if you're thinking, oh, I'm here for a reason and that's what matters, not that people think I'm an idiot for being here by myself. And if you can't think of one, like, just bring a notebook and like take notes, and just pretend like you're a journalist or something and you're writing a review of the concert for your blog. Yeah, could work, could be a thing. Why not? And my last tip is just to fake confidence. And I know I say this a lot, but I just think it's such an important thing to like learn how to do. Pretending that you have confidence just makes you feel more confident, and you start to carry yourself in a different way. So like if you're going into a concert and you're feeling uncomfortable and you like sit there and you don't look at anyone and you just look uncomfortable, then that's when people are gonna start judging you and they're gonna start, you know, making fun of you or whatever for being there by yourself. But if you play it off like you're confident and you're fine being there by yourself, or maybe like you play it off like, oh yeah, I have a friend but we couldn't get a seat together, so she's sitting way over there, and you just like act like you know exactly what you're doing and you're totally comfortable being there by yourself, then I think people might start to think of it as it's really cool that you're there. And you might even start to think, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about me being here. It doesn't matter if they think I'm cool. It doesn't matter if they think I'm a loser. Like, I'm perfectly fine being here by myself and I don't care what anyone else thinks. And then like when the concert starts, it doesn't matter. Like, it's dark. Every single person in that arena or stadium or room, whatever, is paying attention to the band that is playing. No one is looking at you. No one cares who you're there with, or if you're there by yourself, if you have an imaginary friend, like, no one cares at that point. You're just there to have a good time, and you can just dance and sing along and look like an idiot and have fun, and just stop caring about, you know, everyone around you. You may be a little more like self-aware because you don't have your friends around you, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you don't feel like dancing, don't dance. If you don't feel like singing along, don't. But just, you know, enjoy yourself and pay attention to why you're there and don't focus on anyone around you. So yeah, those are all my tips for going to a concert alone. I hope they helped you. If you're still, you know, debating whether or not to go, I really think you should. If you have any questions, you can definitely like message me on Tumblr or leave a comment. I'd be happy to help you. Like I said, I've been to a couple of concerts by myself, so I know how it goes. So if you need any advice or you know, have any questions or just need someone to talk to about it, I'm definitely here to help you. All my links are below in the description or probably like up next to this thing somewhere. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe. I put out new videos every single Tuesday. And thanks so much for watching.